Welcome everyone to set up Google Pixel 8. If you have any accessibility settings you need to turn on, tap the arrow and then you can set accessibility here. If you need to change your region, tap on the region and then tap the region you want to switch to. Once everything is ready, let's tap on Get Started. From here, we see Setup using another device. If you have an old Android phone and you just bring it close to your new Android, there should be a Setup button here. So you can see it says Setup Pixel 8 and then there is that Setup option. And if you tap on this one, it will transfer all of your Wi-Fi passwords and all of your Google accounts to your new Pixel 8. If you have an iPhone, you cannot do this. And if you have no phone, you can't do this either. So I'm going to do everything manually. So I'm going to tap on Skip. It is now going to ask us to connect to our Wi-Fi network. So I'm going to connect to the network. Once we are connected, it should ask us to log into our Google account. And you can see here, entering our login. If you do not have a Google account, I would highly recommend you tap Create Account and follow the on-screen instructions. Google account is required for most features in the Google Pixel 8. So I'm going to log in to my account now. Once we are signed in, we need to agree to the terms and conditions to add our Google account. Regardless if you use that quick start feature on your old phone or not, we will now see connect to mobile network. So if you have an eSIM that you need to set up, you will need to tap on download eSIM. If this phone was bought from a carrier, there should already be an eSIM to add here. If not, you will need to scan the eSIM QR code from your carrier. And if you don't have a QR code, you will need to call the carrier to get one. If you want to insert a physical SIM card, all models of Pixel 8 have a SIM card slot, and so it recommends you do this now, but downloading eSIM, inserting an eSIM can always be done later, and in my personal case, I'm going to skip connecting to the mobile network, but it is highly recommended to set up the SIM card as early as possible. It is now asking us to set a pin lock. If you want to change the lock you set, tap Screen Lock Options. But in my personal case, I will enter in a pin. It is now asking us to set up a fingerprint unlock. Scroll to the bottom, and if you want to add a fingerprint, tap Agree. Otherwise, tap No Thanks. So I'm going to tap I agree, and then we're going to tap on Start. And you will need to hold your finger where you see that fingerprint icon. So hold your finger on the sensor and then release. And keep on doing this process, but each time you need to slightly move the position of your finger. So I'm using my thumb and I'm just moving the position slightly each scan. And we'll keep on doing this until it's done. We can now see the fingerprint has been added. If you want to add another, tap on Add Another. You can always add more fingerprints in the settings. So I'm going to tap on Next. Copy apps and data. If you have an old Android, then tap on Next and it will seamlessly move your old files over. If you have an iPhone, then you will need to connect your Google Pixel 8 to the iPhone. and you will need to use, most likely, this cable which is in the box. You connect this to your Pixel 8, and then you connect the iPhone charger to this area here, and that will allow you to connect your Pixel 8 to your iPhone. Some old Androids require you connect both phones together, and then you may need this adapter. I'm personally going to tap on Don't Copy, and once we've done this, even if you selected to transfer data, you should see this screen. So it's asking us if we want to use our Google account to back up our files. Me personally, I turn this one off, but if you leave this on, it will back up your call history, your contacts, your apps. So it's up to you whether you want to do that. Use location. I would recommend you leave this on because each app has to ask permission to use your location first. Allow scanning. This allows for higher location accuracy, but it also means that Google can view your location even if you are offline. So I personally turn this one off. And then send data to Google. I personally turn this one off. So let's scroll to the bottom, and then we will accept to confirm the options we made. Warranty. If you tap your country, it will show you warranty information. I'm just going to tap on next. Continue setup. Let's tap on continue to set up as much as possible. This is asking us if we want to use Google Assistant by invoking this command, hey, and then the assistant's name, or you can say okay and the name. If we scroll to the bottom and we leave this on, then we can use assistant while the phone is locked. We turn this off. You have to unlock your Google Pixel to use the assistant. I'm going to leave this one on, and then I'm going to agree. Then we have the voice match feature. So this allows only you to invoke the assistant instead of someone else. So let's scroll to the bottom and let's agree to that. You may have noticed we're straight to the Google Pay, but if you're setting up with me, it will ask you to speak some voice commands into Google. So just do those voice commands and it's just reading your voice. As I've already done those commands before, it saved my voice, and so I don't need to do it again. It's also saved my card. As you can see, set up card. And if I tap on next, it will add my card to Google Pay. If it's just asking you to add your card details from scratch, then you will need to do that. If you want the Google Pay feature, Google Pay allows you to pay for in-person items using your phone instead of your card, and it also works offline. I'm personally going to tap on skip. Anything else, all these things you can change later in the settings. So I'm going to tap on no thanks. Stay up to date. This is Google asking to send marketing emails. I'm going to tap no thanks. And then should apply the settings we changed. And we can see swipe to navigate. So if you tap on try it, it will give you a tutorial on how to navigate your Pixel 8. So go home, swipe up and release. There we go. And then go back, flick from the right hand side to the left. You can also flick from the left hand side to the right if you want to as well. If we swipe up and hold, it will bring us to the multitasking. And we are all set. If we want to switch from this home bar here to the buttons, tap on System Navigation Settings, and then tap 3-button navigation, and then we'll tap home. And now we've set up our Google Pixel 8. With that being said, if you would like to help support the channel, please do check the description. Bye bye.